What's up everybody, this is Priyanka and welcome to CodeCouch once again. Oh man, I'm really excited for today's video. Yeah, I know I have taken a pause in between or a little break in between, but I think breaks are really good. Then you come up with a lot of energy, isn't it? That's so true. I'm really happy to be having or making this video today. So today's video is really random. I just picked this topic just like that because most of the people keep asking me what or how did I find my first job, and it is relevant to most of you, isn't it? And that's the motto of CodeCouch at the end of the day. So I thought, let me introduce or share my story. That's great, right? Sounds really cool, right? Okay, so let's go back to 2015 where I just passed out of my master's. So I just came out of the universities. I did my internship in Society General, and then after that I did not make it to my full-time job, and I was super disappointed at that point. But I'm really happy when I think about that nowadays because I didn't know anything about testing and I was neither interested in it, so it was fine. Now I feel super okay about that. So coming back to the job search thingy, after my internship, I had a period where I had to look for my full-time job. I didn't know in India we don't have any such system where you could find part-time job or student job. Nothing, no concept of as such. So which is pity because when I see Europe, you could work as a student and you could learn many things. But those opportunities weren't there in India, I think. Okay, nonetheless, we come back to the topic. Then I started searching for the jobs. So I kind of applied through some of the recruiters. Also, the good thing what I did is first I was super clear, or I made myself super clear on which profile I wanted to go in. Right, that is the main, when you are in the universities, you study, for example, I studied Master of Computer Applications, and you study so many of these languages, and if you're not clear about where you want to head in, it's a big problem because your profile itself or your designation itself is blurred, and then everything goes wrong. So I try to kind of figure out myself, in which area I'm good at, what I'm good at and what my strengths are, and which area is something I don't want to be in, and things like that. So it kind of took me a little while to figure out what I can work on, because at that point you really don't have any experience, and companies look out for the experience. So it's a tough time, I would definitely say that. So what I did is I figured out I wanted to be a web developer, and in specific front-end developer, just because I am fascinated by the designs and the visual design in general. So I didn't even know what other technologies would be there in the front-end development, but just I knew that I can do some things, or this is the thing which interests me, or this is the thing which fantasizes me. So I knew that I want to go into front-end development. And then what I did is I was living in Bangalore. So consider whichever area you are living in, and then Google the companies. So top front-end development or digital studios or design studios. At least I was aware that front-end development, I could get front-end development job in design studios. So I searched that, and luckily I found some response from some studios hey, we are just looking for internship. But at that moment, I really didn't care about whether I wanted a full-time job or just an internship. What I wanted was just to learn. I really didn't care about the salary, how much they're going to pay, or whether the job is flexible or not. Nothing really. What I just was looking for is just a front-end development role, and sadly I did not have my computer at that time, and I was eagerly waiting if somebody could give me computer and I just can work on that. So some companies did respond, but the first among them was Lollipop. And I was really happy that I could get response from Lollipop. So I went ahead to the interview, and then I just knew HTML, CSS, very basics. I mean, to the basics that I could just say what are the elements, what is div, what is things like that, but not in detail. But I was super confident on things which I know, so that was the key. So the key is like, if you know something, be very sure about what you know, and be confident about that. It doesn't mean that if you don't know something then you have to panic. I still do it, but then the key is, if you know something, then yeah, of course, like you know that. If you don't know, you don't know that, right? So that was the key for me. So I went ahead, I went for the interview, and the founder of the Lollipop, Anil sir, he took my interview, and that time the Lollipop team was very small, and I was lucky and was humbled enough to be part of that. And then the interview process goes like that. Anil sir just asked me like, okay Priya, what do you want to, like, what are you good at, and your background, like what did you study, why you want to be in, and some questions. So I frankly said them, I just know the basics of it. I just passed out of the university, and I'm not looking out for a great salary, and then something like that. And literally I knew nothing at the point, guys. I mean, it's super shocking that I was very confident even though I didn't know many things, but I was confident on little things which I know. And I still remember the line which I told to Anil sir, that just give me 3 months of time and don't pay me a single buck, and see the progress. If you feel like I'm worth for your company, then only you can pay me. I was super confident enough. So the confidence of keep up. If you're searching for the job, I would really say keep up your confidence. And then I was into the Lollipop. Then Anil sir finally offered me some salary, and they were happy to recruit me, and also make me a part of the team Lollipop. And they offered me a laptop, and I was so happy just holding a laptop because I could work on that. And then that's how I got my first job. And I was just dancing, and I was going crazy because I found my first job. And the field which I really love, as well as the best design studio, Lollipop. And you know, always your first girlfriend and your first job or something, like you will remember. So same thing happened with me. I cannot forget. And also it was a great company to start my career in. I'm super blessed that I was still days whatever I learn and the knowledge which stays with me is all from Lollipop, I would say, and it has a huge impact on my career as well. So yeah, guys, that was my journey. So if you're looking out for a job, first thing I would say is be sure of in which field you want to be. At least you know your designation, or at least you know what are your tasks you are capable of doing or what you can do. And the second thing is, try all sorts, like every day apply to recruiters, go to their website and apply there. Always every company has the contact us, so put your profile, put your resume in and apply there as well. Also, I didn't know that there were a LinkedIn and the Zing, some things like that. So nowadays you can always apply through Zing or LinkedIn, or ask your friends for a reference, everything. So throw all these stones, and whichever hits is hits. So that's always the key. And then finally, if you know something, be confident about it. Don't panic in the interview, because your learning attitude matters and your confidence really do matter. It can click your career, like mine, how did it. So always have a learning attitude and you will rock it, I'm sure. And if you are looking out for a job, all the very best from my side, all the very best from the CodeCouch. And if you have any questions in general, feel free to ask me. I will try to answer your queries through Instagram or also on Twitter. also on Facebook, CodeCouch page. So we also have CodeCouch everywhere. So we'll be active most of the time, so feel free to reach us out. Yeah, that hopefully that gives a glimpse of help. As usual, I try. So yeah, then that's all for today, and have a nice time, and always keep excited because life is so expensive, isn't it? Cool, that's all now then. Just